This is Bimbo News with your hosts, Allie Siegel, Melissa Stetton.
Hello, and welcome to Webcrawler's Bimbo News. I'm Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stetton.
This is a podcast. This is a podcast where we'll cover everything from viral news stories to pop culture to things that we watch on TV during the week. We have a Patreon, which is where you can find all of our delicious true crime episodes. They are now only available on Patreon for $5 a month, patreon.com/webcrawlers with producer Maria. Also, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and call into our hotline and leave a voicemail if you'd like to be on our monthly mailbag episode. The number is
626-63-420-69. Nice.
Melissa. Who are our patrons?
We have Kaisa. How do you pronounce that? Caissa?
Kaisa?
Kaisa? H. Cassidy. Christian M. Esther D. Kenneth P. Patricia B. Julie W. Mateo C.
Woo! Welcome
Wow,
to the
rhymes.
team, y'all. We are excited to have you. Thank you for joining our Patreon. Now, let's get into this week in weird, and weird it was. Gypsy Rose.
Right, who we all know and love.
Know and love.
You know her, you love her.
Although she's getting a little bit like Ariana Madix from Vanderpump Rules for me, where she's like a little oversaturated for me.
Yes. Well, she deleted her Instagram, but she's on TikTok, right? That's where she posted her thing.
Interesting. And
remember, her probation officer was like, I think you should delete some of your social media because it could get you into trouble or something.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah. Because she had how many million followers did she have on Instagram? So many. And then she just disappeared.
She also has a reality show called Life After Lockup or something.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I haven't watched it.
I know she did an interview, and
it's like a weekly series of her out of prison now with her new boyfriend.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are watching it because sometimes enough is enough. But do you want to drop her news?
Well, she is with child.
She's pregnant. I saw a tweet that said Gypsy Rose's baby has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever, which I thought was really funny.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. But it's not with her her old husband.
No, it's
that
with
she
her
married
new boyfriend.
In prison. It's a new guy that she just started dating.
Well, no, it's actually he's her ex.
It's her ex from before her ex-husband.
And she got back together with him. And she's claiming, I think, that the guy she married was abusive or something like that.
Yes.
Which, who knows? And now she's with this guy. But apparently people who watch the show are saying that this guy she's dating now is apparently bisexual or is cheating on her with a man or something. I don't know. It's all over the place. I just need her to work at a Home Goods and chill the fuck out. Like, get a job at Target and go live your life and stop being on TV. I just need that for her. But
also, she's not due. She said she's due in January, which is like 6 months away. So that's like kind of early doing now. Early, I guess 3 months.
Yeah, I think that's
3 months pregnant. Oh, yeah. But I was like, wow, that's an early. But no, I feel
like that's like the least of her worries is when to announce her pregnancy. I feel like she flies by the seat of her pants. She's not really worried about that.
Oh, Gypsy.
But apparently, also on the show, I guess she was taking a lot of Plan B because I think she was having unprotected sex and then just taking Plan B after.
Oh.
So apparently, I guess maybe the Plan B wasn't working.
That's a interesting birth control method to use.
Yeah.
And expensive, I would think.
It's seriously expensive.
Although is Plan B,
It's like $50.
I know you can get it without a prescription, but I think it's expensive
Oh,
still.
Yeah, it's like $50. What was I? I have some in my.
Yeah, it's $49.95.
Yeah, you go to Costco.
I have
it's like
receipts.
$47. Yeah.
You get a coupon for it.
I once Venmo'd a guy. I bought Plan B, and then I Venmo requested him the money for the Plan B, and he got
Hell
so mad at me
yeah.
because it was public. It wasn't
Hashtag
like a
feminism.
private.
Oh, it was public.
It wasn't a private Venmo
And did
request.
you say Plan B?
Yeah. And he was so mad at me.
Hilarious.
But what can you do?
What are you gonna do?
Also, Plan B doesn't work if you're over a certain weight.
Right. Isn't it something like 150 pounds?
Yeah,
or something?
it's like 150. It's like a normal
like most
weight.
women.
Yeah, it's like
That's crazy.
Which it doesn't work for like most of American women. So
Yeah,
be
that's
careful if you're
crazy.
popping Plan Bs. I had a girlfriend get pregnant that way.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Anyways, so speaking of love and romance and relationships, what's this next story?
Well, you sent this
Yeah.
a few weeks ago. It was the headline said a woman thought boyfriend ghosted her, but he was in a coma. So apparently he had gotten into some sort of car accident or something and was in a coma for like a month. And then finally she found out, and then they got back together, but he didn't
Crazy.
remember her.
That's insane.
He's like, "Oh, we dated. Okay."
that's
like,
a good scam for her to run.
I know she could have like lied about the whole thing.
Yeah, I would
Apparently
hang
they're
out in the
getting married
hospital
now.
ward. That's
Apparently
fucking
they're getting
nuts.
married. Yeah.
If you're lonely, you should just hang out at the amnesia ward at the hospital and just be
Yes,
like,
we've
"I'm your
been
ex.
dating for
We've been
years."
dating." Yeah, that's like
Remember that house we were gonna buy together?
Yeah, that's like that Sandra Bullock movie. Oh my god, I love that movie. Waiting to sleep. What was it called?
Waiting to sleep.
Sleeping.
Blindside.
The Blind Side. Oh my god, it was my
Wait,
mom's
Sandra
favorite
Bullock?
movie. Oh my god, it's so
Really?
good. Hold on, Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. 50 First
Amnesia
Dates.
movie. No.
While you were sleeping.
While you were sleeping. It's so
don't
good. She's
know that
in
I've
love
seen
with this
that.
guy. She's in love with this guy.
Bill
She plays a
Pullman.
toll booth. Yeah. Well, no, it's not.
She
Bill-
plays a toll booth.
She plays a toll booth. She plays like a toll booth operator and
Oh,
whatever, and
Peter
she's in love with this guy.
Gallagher.
Yeah, she's in love with Peter Gallagher, and he always comes every day. And then one day he gets like hit by the train or something, or almost hit by the train.
Oh.
And she's like, and he goes to the hospital and gets amnesia, and she's like, "This is my chance to pretend to be his girlfriend." And so she goes to the hospital and like
What?
basically just like says that she's his girlfriend, but then all this other stuff ensues. It's like such a good movie.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, it's one of the last great kind of
One of the
like,
last great
90s
movies.
rom-coms. Yeah, it's really good.
Wow.
And it's the chemistry is hot,
Oh.
much like these record temperatures.
Oh no. It was 128 degrees
Yeah.
in Death Valley.
Insane.
And Palm Springs was 100 in the 20s.
It's crazy. It's so disgusting.
It's so hot there. Oh,
I
it's
don't-
129 degrees.
Ugh, I get swollen and I like break out in hives in the heat. I don't know about you, but my
Yeah.
body does not do well in these extreme temperatures.
If it's like, I can deal with 90.
Yeah.
I can deal with 90, but like, especially in the Midwest in Michigan when it would be like 90, but it's also humid. That's you can't go outside. It's so
It's disgusting.
here.
I
It's
hate it.
like okay because it's not as humid, but it has been humid here, which is weird.
Yeah. Give me a 78.
I
And
love
I'm
a 78.
good to go. Like, give me a
Yeah.
78 with a little breeze, and I'm
Yeah.
good to go.
Forever 78. That's it.
This business is nonsensical. This 90s, hundreds, no thank you.
And that person died. The motorcyclist died in Death Valley.
So what happened?
Motorcyclist died.
Well, I know you're saying that, but that's the whole story? Just someone died?
Well, he died from a person died. The
I'm
end.
sure a lot of
From the
people have
heat.
died from heat.
From the heat.
I'm sure more than that motorcyclist has. I'm sure it's
In other
bad.
news, a person died.
A person died.
No, it
This
was
is
a
why we're charting.
It was a motorcycle tour of Death Valley.
That's horrible.
And why are you going there when it's 128 degrees?
Yeah, I mean, that's a bad time, especially in all that leather.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Like, you just get heat illness. And, like, what? It makes your brain swell? Like, it's
heat illness.
illness.
You're really killing this story.
I don't. I haven't slept in weeks.
Heat illness. No, it's really devastating and it's horrible. And also, like, not to be a cringe PSA, but if you can, like, drop off water at, public refrigerators or cooling sites or to the unhoused, because it is. Imagine
so
being unhoused
hot.
in these temperatures.
I can't imagine.
And
God.
also, be careful walking your pets, your dogs, because the asphalt cement is like 10, 12 degrees hotter than it is outside. So wait till it's shady out or cool out to walk your animals if you can. But it is.
Also, in like Palm Springs in Arizona, people will go to the hospital because they'll like fall.
Yeah.
And their skin will burn on the asphalt.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. I mean, like,
it's
this.
so hot.
Yeah, not believing in global warming is bananas.
You're psycho.
We have a slew of airport stories now.
Oh boy.
So at Miami International Airport, for some reason, we have a lot of stories from coming out of Miami. There was a green fluid, looked like Mountain Dew, was pouring out of the ceiling at one of the terminals at Miami International Airport. It literally was like fluorescent green craziness. Apparently, they said it was a broken pipe, but it was just pouring from the ceiling while people were just walking around it. Authorities say the mysterious liquid was glycol.
Glycol?
At first, they said it was just water with green dye in it. Excuse me?
Huh? Why?
No, it's not.
It's St. Patrick's Day?
Wake up, sheeple. They said it was totally non-hazardous, but anything that color, I'm just like, I've seen enough movies. I've seen Alex Mack. I'm a 90s baby.
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't want to go
yeah.
near the green goo that's coming out of the
Wait,
ceiling.
they said it was actually water from the AC system with a green dye, so if there's ever a leak, they can trace it to its source.
Yes.
I'm not believing that
I wasn't
at all.
born yesterday, Miami
That's crazy.
International Airport. Like, what?
I've seen Ninja Turtles.
Also, like, there's no, like, what color dot? Like, it's thick. Whatever that is, it's a thick green goo.
That's so weird.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Don't do that.
I'm not buying it. Whatever. If you're in Miami Airport and saw this thick green goo coming from the ceiling,
Just put your finger in it.
Yeah, just taste it, and then
Is it Mountain Dew?
if you're radioactive now, call in because we're starting our
Gatorade.
class action lawsuit. Oh yeah, I'm glad Maria's not here because she'd get really deep into is this yellow or green.
Oh no.
That's another question. I can't remember if we brought it up on the podcast or not. Okay, what was the flavor of Gatorade? It was.
Was it lemon lime?
Okay, yes. This is my question, folks.
And Maria said it was
Yellow.
Yellow.
I think it's green.
Green.
Oh no, I thought it was yellow. Okay, well I can't remember. I think it's yellow. So lemon lime Gatorade. I see this lemon lime Gatorade as yellow.
The classic flavor it's yellow. Right. It's yellow.
Maria thinks it's green.
Right. But they have a green Gatorade that's a different flavor.
Right. But Maria was like, if you saw this color in nature, you'd say that's green. And I'm like, maybe, but I'm not in nature.
Maybe.
I'm in Gatorade land.
I'm in a computer screen.
Yeah. So it's a
Yeah, they
real
have
dress situation.
Apple Gatorade. That's green.
Yeah. That's like a
Yeah, I
proper
don't know.
green.
It's like a fluorescent yellow, depending on what light you're in, I guess.
There's a whole, it's definitely fluorescent. It's neon.
Yes.
To me, it's neon yellow. There's debates about
Yeah,
it online.
yellow.
If you look, there's websites dedicated, YouTube's dedicated to what color is lemon lime Gatorade. So
Well.
please call in and let us know what color you think lemon lime Gatorade is. Are you team Allie and Melissa, which is it's neon yellow?
Yellow.
Or are you team Maria, that it's neon green? Pop off. Let us know.
Pop off.
Another crazy airline thing. American Airlines flight forced to make an emergency landing in New York after a passenger urinated in an aisle and exposed himself.
No.
Yeah, flights are getting crazy. So an American Airlines flight was forced to make an emergency landing on Wednesday after an unruly passenger who had downed several Jack and Cokes exposed himself and urinated on the plane's aisle. Do you remember when Gerard Depardieu did that?
No.
He did, I'm pretty sure. Gerard
He did?
Depardieu. I'm pretty sure he peed on a plane.
Oh, no.
Peed plane. Peed.
Oh, no. Gerard Depardieu.
He said French actor Gerard Depardieu was humiliated and apologized to fellow passengers when prostate problems forced him to urinate in front of them during takeoff. But it wasn't. He was drunk.
Oh.
This was 2011.
Oh, my God.
He urinated into a bottle.
I mean, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
You're telling me, boss.
My God.
Neil McCarthy, 25 of Oregon, was arrested and charged with indecent exposure. You don't think about that.
Well.
You got to have your wee-wee out to pee.
Yep.
They had to divert the flight.
Oh.
He was arrested.
Why?
I know.
Why do they always have to, like, divert the flight when something crazy happens?
That would be the most...
Just fly to where you're going. Like, what do they need? I don't understand.
Okay, this is the craziest sentence I've ever heard. This is from Fox 13 News. This is the Fox article. McCarthy stated that during the flight, he got up to use the restroom, and when he came back, he was, quote unquote, flicking the bean due to a medical urination problem.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Flicking the bean is a female masturbation term. What does it mean for a man to flick the bean?
When he went up to use the restroom, when he came back, he was flicking the bean due to a medical urination problem.
Does he have a micro penis and he was flicking his penis?
I don't know. Oh, they have cell phone footage from a passenger in row 2 that showed him exposing himself and urinating on the plane.
Oh, no.
What?
Well,
Huh. I mean, he was clearly drunk.
yeah, I mean, wasted.
People are
He seems
people are
like
going
he was
crazy.
wasted when he was interviewed for that article, too, if he said he was
Yeah.
flicking the bean.
I'm just flicking the
Flicking
bean.
the bean. You know how it goes, boys.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
You know, boys, flicking the old bean. And then there was another airport meltdown that Maria sent us from Miami.
On the airplane.
Yeah, Miami to New Jersey. Some woman was just like trying to bite the stewardess and was,
Tore off like a patch on his jacket.
yeah, and was going
I don't know how that
crazy.
started. There's no video that doesn't explain what happened, but it's just
Yeah.
this woman freaking out, screaming. They had to zip tie her hands.
And then a Boeing tire fell off during takeoff, and they had to land the plane or turn around. So just be careful
Yeah.
out there if you're flying. There's people
cool,
pissing,
cool.
flicking the bean, biting, tires everywhere.
Great.
And also, I guess, be careful when you're playing soccer.
Yes, there was this a giant sinkhole in
going on?
where is this? In Gordon Moore Park, which is in Alton, which is in what state? This is like, St. Louis? STL?
I don't know.
Could be Seattle, could be St. Louis. But there's
find
this
out.
giant fucking sinkhole. It was raining, and the middle of the soccer field just like collapsed in.
Oh my God.
And there was like a light pole that just like, boom, it just like swallowed everything.
Jesus Christ.
It's crazy.
Stranger Things style.
Yeah. It's on an active limestone quarry.
Oh. Let's make some nice
The mining company
countertops.
said workers evacuated the area in time.
Well, that's good.
What? Anyway,
That's crazy.
stay away from
Yeah.
soccer fields on top of limestone quarries. What else? Oh, the Paris River. Have you been reading about this for the Olympics?
No, what happened?
So the Olympics are being in Paris.
Right.
And they're planning on having the swimming competitions in the Paris River, which is famously like contaminated and disgusting.
Oh, God.
And they've been trying to clean it up the past few years.
Have they found like
And
tons
they
of
keep
bodies?
testing it and they find like E. coli and like all sorts of shit.
Ew.
But the mayor of Paris is like, no, it's fine. I'm going to go swimming in the river to show everyone.
No,
And she hasn't. She said today. I saw an article today saying she's gonna swim in the river.
Girl,
to
don't
show
do
everyone
it.
how safe it is.
Oh, well,
Like it's famously just full of trash and garbage.
well, to be fair, we've been putting tampons in our body apparently that are also full
Oh
of-
my god!
Yeah, I saw you posted that report too. It's like-
arsenic and like formaldehyde.
yeah. Even the good
It's
tampons.
crazy. Even the organic ones, and I'm like, oh, I'll just buy organic tampons.
Right.
No, those have arsenic in it.
It's insane. Team free
Yeah.
bleed. But anyways,
right? Yeah.
it's-
Just fucking let it
God, yeah, just let it rip.
rip down. Let it rip.
Just let it rip.
Speaking of letting it rip, there's protesters have been spraying tourists with water guns
I
in Barcelona.
saw that. It made me really nervous to ever travel again.
Yeah, it's they're protesting over tourism because the prices of their homes are all going up and it's all like short-term rentals
Yeah.
and they can't afford to live in their own cities anymore. I get it.
I get it, but like, is that the tourists' fault?
I don't know whose fault that is.
I feel like that's the locals' fault who are buying the properties and then just renting them
It's
out.
the people who are for sure buying properties and turning them into Airbnbs. So it might be like the city government's fault for allowing that.
Yeah, it's not the tourists' fault. Like if the tourists are
No.
being disrespectful, then that's like one
Right.
thing. But if I don't think it's tourism is.
I know. That's why I was like, okay, well, you're squirting the tourists, but like the video was like, they're just eating food at a cafe.
Yeah, I saw you're like squirting some like 12-year-old who's eating with his parents. It
Yeah.
made me so anxious.
It's like, that's not, I understand, but you're going after the wrong people.
also tourism is a huge part of their economy.
For sure.
For-
That's how a lot of smaller cities like resort towns make money.
Yeah, and countries like that. So it's I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seemed like a bad use of their anger.
Yeah. They had to like Venice, Italy had so many like tour boats and cruise ships going in
Yeah.
that like the people were like crumbling the city. They had to
that's, like, sinking.
You have to now have permits to go.
Yeah, it's
onto
crazy.
Venice.
Well, I know Japan is having a lot of issues now because the yen is so
Right.
is so cheap, or the conversion rate or
Yeah.
whatever. So it's just like being
Crazy.
influxed with tourists. Stuff like that I understand.
Yeah.
But you don't shoot water guns at people. That's just like
It's like, stop. I don't.
It's just
I pay
annoying.
I'm
It's
paying,
weird.
I'm giving money to your economy. I'm eating money. eating
imagining
food.
me going to Hollywood Boulevard and like shooting water guns at tourists is so what a weird use of my time. It's just embarrassing.
insane.
I think it's embarrassing for the people who did that. Like I understand your
Yeah.
struggle and I understand what you're angry
Go
at.
to the mayor's house.
Yeah.
Go to your
You're
government
angry at the wrong
leaders.
person.
Yeah.
Well, if the people in Barcelona are hating tourists, there's one thing that we hate. Well, actually, I don't know if we hate it. We're afraid of it. And that's twins.
This article, I don't understand. Okay, this article says 23 sets of twins graduate from a single Massachusetts middle school. So you're telling me in one year, like seniors, there's 23 sets of twins? How is that possible?
IVF.
They make up a 10th of, or no, that's middle school, 10th of the 8th grade class. So it is a big school. They have 450 to 500 children in each grade. But still, that's 46 of them are a twin.
I think that there's something going on here that we need to look into.
Well, I wonder if
This is a research facility that's posing for the school. I'm like really scared.
I wonder if like IVF became very popular.
Well, for sure.
14 years ago or something, because they're all like, what? Yeah, 2010. Maybe
Yeah.
that's when like IVF started becoming.
And I'm sure probably this is before they were like really honed it down. Maybe IVF and like everyone. This is like Octomom territory where everyone was just
They were just throwing
multiples.
embryos in there like crazy.
Yeah, and they were like, let's just cross our fingers and see what
Let's
happens.
not do that anymore.
Yeah. This is scary to me.
It's crazy.
23 sets of twins in Boston.
In Boston.
Dunkin' Donuts is going to go nuts for these kids. That's so scary to me. A lot of them look identical.
I know. I don't know how many are identical or fraternal, but that's so crazy. There must be.
It looks like about a third of these are identical.
I know. They do look very, very similar.
Scary stuff. Well,
Scary stuff.
twins account for about 3% of births in the US, but like what?
Really?
50% of this class? What's going on here?
Something in
Something
water.
is not right in Needham, Massachusetts. Principal Tamitha Bimbo. That's a fake name. Tamitha Bimbo? You're trying to tell me
No.
the principal of
this
this
is
school
fake.
with 50% twins is Tamitha Bimbo? This is fake.
I don't. This is an AI.
This is a
generated
research
article.
facility that's experimenting on human cloning. I've seen Orphan Black before.
I've seen. I know what's
I know.
going on.
I could smell a conspiracy.
Keep my eye on
yeah,
you.
you just flag this. Just flag this for the files.
Keep this in my
Yeah,
bookmarks.
flag this for the
Under
files.
twins.
Tamitha Bimbo. Principal of this Needham,
Principal.
Massachusetts middle
Needham?
school. Yeah.
Is that even a real city?
Massachusetts.
Never heard of it.
I'm going to go there with a squirt gun. Well, that's crazy.
Well-
This story, I read this too, was insane for entertainment news. Do you want to talk about this Kevin Bacon thing?
So I saw this story. It said Kevin Bacon hired a makeup artist to disguise him in public with fake teeth and more, but he hated it. This sucks. I want to go back to being famous.
What in the Tyra Banks
What?
hell is Kevin Bacon doing?
Oh my God. So he did an interview with Vanity Fair and he said that he commissioned facial prosthetics so he could try going out in public without being noticed. And he said,
Wear a hat.
he's like, I'm not complaining, but I have a face that's pretty recognizable. Putting my hat and glasses on is only going to work to a certain extent. And he went to a special effects makeup artist. He said he went to the Grove
Oh, that's fun. That's a good
in
day.
Los Angeles.
That's what I do.
And nobody recognized me, which he didn't love. He's like, people were kind of pushing past me, not being nice. And nobody said, I love you. I had to wait in line to, I don't know, buy a fucking coffee or whatever. I was like, this sucks. I want to go back to being famous.
Celebs are crazy. Sorry. Wanting to be a celebrity, like, and I'm sure Kevin Bacon's a really nice guy.
Sure.
But regardless, wanting to be famous should be in the DSM. Like there's some sort of like ego
It's
narcissism
so
thing that's off
weird.
there. Even you can be a nice person, but the desire for like fame and needing to be like acknowledged and known and seen and
Yeah.
like stick out in a crowd is some form of psychopathy.
You don't want that.
But I like that he
You don't
went
want
through
it.
that effort to realize that he really needs to
He really needs it. He's like, good. At least I know.
Yeah.
At least I
know now. This story killed me. Especially because there was some phrasing. Catastrophic diarrhea. That's what it was.
Catastrophic diarrhea. Yes.
So this guy, Derek Blasberg, oh my God, Gwyneth Paltrow's bestie bowel blowout explained.
Oh no.
Do you know who this guy is? Have you heard of him?
When I saw his picture, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like a stylist or he's been on TV or something.
Yeah, I've seen him, but I don't know what.
And a lot of people I follow on Instagram also follow him. I'm like, who? Why?
Yeah, writer, socialite, and media personality. Derek Blasberg. He's worked everywhere from Vogue to Harper's Bazaar to Vanity Fair to CNN to the Gagosian Gallery. He has 1.6 million followers on Instagram. He looks he's friends with a bunch of celebs, I guess.
Yeah, he's like a professional celebrity friend.
Yeah.
One of those
he's
types
one
of people.
Yes.
I don't know what he actually does.
I guess he had a web series also, which I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What? I guess he diarrheaed all over Gwyneth Paltrow's guest house bathroom in either the Hamptons or Montecito.
Yes. Right.
And
Gwyneth told someone.
Yeah.
Told one of, or was talking about it in a group of friends or whatever, and someone leaked that.
Yeah. And it said he blamed it on Ozempic before fleeing the property.
He blamed it on Ozempic.
Yeah. The source alleges that the rumors spread after Paltrow told Oprah Winfrey, Jerry and Jessica Seinfeld, and Larry David.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
And then apparently it was on the ceiling and the walls and on the bed. It was everywhere, and he just left. I guess he just ran off and left.
And he hasn't posted anywhere since, I guess.
He hasn't
MIA.
posted. That's... Oh, no.
That can't... What would happen that would cause you to have diarrhea everywhere so bad like that? It can't be real, right?
I don't know.
He probably just clogged the toilet and it's turned into catastrophic diarrhea.
I
everywhere.
bet it was something small kind of turned into it was on the walls and the ceiling.
Yeah.
Although I've seen some gross gas station bathrooms.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there.
But if I drop turds all over Gwyneth Paltrow's Montecito mansion, I would clean it up.
Are you insane?
Yeah, I'd be out of my mind trying to clean it up.
How do you not clean it up?
Right. Something's
you can just
amiss.
leave.
Right. So I don't know. I want to know the truth of this story. Derek, come on the pod.
Derek, tell us your truth.
Yeah, tell us the truth. We're a safe space for diarrhea stories. Believe me, we've had them. Someone who listens to us shits in the shower. So
shits in their hand and throws it in it was a roommate. It wasn't them. It was the roommate was doing that.
Yeah, so safe space to tell us your truth.
God. Well, speaking of celebrities, Serena Williams tried to cash a check at $1 million check at an ATM when she first became famous.
I get that.
She tried to the article is she tried to deposit it into her account through an ATM, because you can do that.
Yeah.
And I guess the person came over the speaker and was ma'am, I need you to come inside. She's like, oh, okay, I don't know. I thought that was very, very funny.
I
very
wonder
relatable.
what the cap is for how much you can.
I wonder.
Maybe 100,000, 50,000.
I feel like it'd be lower than that. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Who knows?
I would love to find out. If anyone wants to give me $1 million.
I use my phone to
Oh, you do?
checks.
See, I'm not that savvy.
Oh, no. The Chase app, you take a picture?
I know. I need to get more tech savvy. I'm truly stupid when it comes to those things.
What did you do with your check? Did you get checks?
My parents give me a Christmas check every year.
Oh.
But that's the only time I get a check.
That's nice.
Yeah.
For $2.
Well, yeah, for my $25 Christmas check. That pays for Dolly's vet bills. So this is I thought this was fake at first, but it's not. So Lily Allen, the musician, has started an OnlyFans where she's just selling photos of her feet.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, she says it's quite empowering. I have been creating foot content for the past week. She says my toe daddies are very happy with the content that I am supplying. Toe daddies? I don't like that. Toe spreading is a big thing. They really want to see me spread my toes. What? I'm finding this actually quite empowering because having been very sexualized from an early age and literally everyone else in the process profiting from that sexualization, I actually really find it fun to be in power and in control of something that I find so silly.
Isn't she married to...
Yeah, Stranger Things daddy.
Yeah, David Harbour.
Yeah, he's hot.
Wow.
Kind of surprising to me.
Huh.
She says he thinks it's great.
Okay. I wonder how much money she's making.
I know. I was cursed with some of the ugliest feet this world's ever seen.
Me too.
It's like every toe is crooked and my big toe is like, looks like two thumbs put together. So if anyone... Cursed. And I'm like a size 9.5. But if anyone wants some really ugly foot content, are there any like ugly feet daddies out there?
Oh, there for sure is like weird feet people.
Yeah. Is there like weirdfeet.com that would want my... Although I do have a pretty good score on WikiFeet, but it's because you can't really like inspect.
You can't really see.
That
it's from far away. It's
looks
like
broken. Yeah.
From far away, it's okay.
Yeah, and up close, every single one of my toes looks like it's been broken and put back on backwards. Speaking of sad things like me not being able to be a foot model, Shelley Duvall passed away.
That's so sad because I was just reading. She was just trending on Twitter like a few days ago. There's this woman who like is friends with her, who visits her every now and then, and is like, Shelley Duvall's doing great. She's living off the grid. In like Texas, I think, somewhere south.
Yeah.
And she just kind of left the entertainment world like 30 years ago or something, like a while ago.
Yeah. After that horrible, was it Dr. Phil or something had that horrible, like invasive interview with her about her like depression or her mental illness
Dr.
or whatever.
Phil.
I swear to God. Yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, there's this nice woman on Twitter who was like a fan of hers who kind of became friendly with her and then would go and visit with her.
Yeah.
And posted, I guess she passed away in her sleep of diabetes, I think related complications. But a special woman.
Queen.
Yeah, seriously. And then Beastie Boys news.
Well, in Maria's corner, the Beastie Boys are suing Chili's for using their song Sabotage in an ad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Without permission.
You can't do that. What advertising person thought to do that?
I don't know. And like the Beastie Boys have famously not licensed their songs for commercials. Yeah, and it was in like when MCA died, there was like a clause in his will that was like, do not use our music for advertisements. Like that was his wish. And I know they use it for like movies and stuff they'll use it for, but not for ads, not for commercials.
Right.
You can't just use...
No, that makes no sense. Someone really screwed the pooch on that one.
They screwed the pooch.
That is crazy. Well, I hope the Beastie Boys get their due. True Crime Corner. What's going on in true crime?
Oh, right. This British nurse named Lucy Letby. She was convicted of murdering 7 infants in a hospital.
What?
And attempting to murder 6 others in August 2023.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she was a nurse. They were in the neonatal unit of Chester Hospital. She received far more milk than prescribed, and that the overfeeding couldn't have been an accident. Like overfeeding babies.
Oh God.
And like not taking care of them, like purposely not feeding them or overfeeding them and giving them like the wrong medications and stuff.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's so fucked up.
Oh, she should get life
Yeah.
or worse. That's horrible.
Rot in hell, Lucy Letby.
Yeah, that's so fucked.
What else is in true crime? Missing man found. Oh, this. Yes, this is crazy. I forgot I added this.
Yeah.
This is a weird story. This guy named Omar bin Omran, who's 45, he went missing in his teens in 1998. And then he was found like 200 meters from his house.
What?
Like so much, like he could have called for help. That's how close they found him. He was it's in Algeria.
Weird.
And he was hidden like in his neighbor's home. Like he spent decades trapped in this house.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And people are like, why are you, like, he didn't yell out for help. He had just went missing one day. And this person just kept them like in the basement of this like weird concrete building.
Oh God, that's horrible.
It's so weird. And he like hasn't really said much. I don't know. I mean, if you're in this like dark basement for like 30 years.
Yeah, he's probably completely in shock
Yeah. So that just came out.
still. God, we should keep up on that story.
But I'm interested to hear like what.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
I read about this. There was a missing teen in Mississippi, and they finally, unfortunately, found part of her body. They found her arm on the beach, and it turns out she was dismembered on a first date.
What?
Horrible. Yeah. So she was a Mississippi native who was brutally murdered in Milwaukee. Her name was Sade Robinson. She was found last month on an Illinois beach about 50 miles from Milwaukee. So far, other remains, including a torso, another arm, a severed right leg, and foot, were all found in several locations in April.
Oh, no.
Robinson, 19, was killed and dismembered after going on her first date with Maxwell Anderson, 33. Her death was first investigated after a severed human leg was found in southern Milwaukee on April 2nd. DNA testing confirmed it belonged to Robinson. Within a week, several additional body parts were found in various parts of Milwaukee. Crazy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Robinson was first reported missing the morning after her date with Anderson when she did not show up for work. Phone records showed she had been texting Anderson the night of her date prior to meeting, saying she was feeling seafood. Police said
seafood.
Like she wanted to have seafood for dinner. Police said they then tracked Robinson's locations, which showed she was at a seafood restaurant, then a nearby sports bar, then Anderson's home, and then the park where her leg was discovered. Anderson has been charged with her murder and has pleaded not guilty.
Not guilty?
Yeah.
That's fucking... What is this guy? Oh, this guy
Scary.
Looks crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the picture of him, he looks... And also 19 and 33 is a little yikes. Yeah, so be careful out there.
Yikes.
And for television...
Oh.
The Bachelorette started, and I think it's going to be a real dud of a season, if you ask me.
What's crazy is that nobody knew it was starting... there's no billboards. There was nothing for it. It's weird.
Well, what's her name? Jen.
I
think she's beautiful, but I think her personality is such a dud.
Yeah.
And all she says is, "I love that. I love that."
Yeah.
If you drink and you take a shot every time she says, "I love that," you will be dead.
Yeah.
She has just no individualism or spark or personality. It's just, I don't know. It's just not for me. And all the guys, except for maybe one or two,
they
are just disgusting. They actually visibly give me the ick.
Yes.
I was
the guy with the Ferrari. What was his line? He's like, sometimes guys buy cars to make up for the size of their whatever. And he's like, just so you know,
but I have a huge dick.
My dick is huge.
Penis. Yeah.
And you're like, huh? Okay.
And then she's like, ha ha, did you just say penis? Ha ha. I'd be like, you're disgusting. Go home already. I know I don't like you. Like, she just is, you could tell she's a real people pleaser. And I just, like, that's not going to work.
She's being too nice to these guys.
Yeah. It's not, the season's not going to work. But one thing I did notice while watching yesterday
I didn't see this.
Oh my God. So she's talking to one of the guys. And all of a sudden I see two really quick shadows move across the background. And I turned to my boyfriend and I was like, were those rats that ran across the background? And I'm no joke, we watched it, I think like 10 times. And then we couldn't tell if they were shadows of like a boom mic or if they were mice.
Yeah.
And so then we paused it and then the shadows were mice formed. So we're like, okay,
so
these are
funny.
definitely rats. So I put it on my Instagram, on my Twitter. So if you're interested, there is a scene where she is like welcoming some guy out of the limo and then two rats really quickly speed across the background. It's amazing. It's really good.
Hot road in summer.
Yeah, hot road in summer. Also, I've been not even rewatching. I've been watching Mad Men for the first time.
What do you think?
Love it.
Yeah, it's great.
I love it.
It's great.
I'm like watching it in true addict form where I'm already on season 5 and I like just started.
How many seasons are there?
7.
Okay. What's happening in season 5?
He's with his new wife now. What's her name? Maria? Margaret? Something?
Yeah.
Zooby, zooby, zoo.
Zooby, zooby, zoo.
Zooby, zooby, zoo.
Yeah. What's her name?
La.
Yeah.
But they are doing January Jones so dirty on the show.
Oh,
but
I know.
In this Fat Betty costume. But apparently someone explained to me that I guess like she got pregnant and they were worried she might get fat. So they just made her storyline that she gets fat and needs to go to Weight Watchers.
Oh,
but like,
that's what happened?
Apparently. That's what someone told me. But I'm like,
weird.
Okay, why are you? It's so strange.
That's weird.
It really makes me paranoid about cheating. Is that all people did back then?
I think so. Any guy that had an office job was just cheating all the time. Yeah.
It's really wild.
Yeah. Elizabeth Moss is so good in it.
It's the first time I've ever liked her.
Oh.
Because I liked her in the first season of Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
And then Handmaid's Tale got like so intense that I was like, you know what? You're the annoying one. Like they should sew your mouth shut. Not like, honestly, I watched so much Handmaid's Tale that it eventually made me a misogynist. I thought she was so annoying. And I really, really like her in this. I think she's great.
Yeah.
And also kind of beautiful in this. I think they make her look beautiful.
Yeah. Big fan of Peggy.
One thing I think is kind of interesting is I remember when this came out and there is so much hoopla about Christina Hendricks being a size that we haven't seen in TV before.
Right.
And now watching it, I'm like, she looks normal to me. Like this is not a big... And it's the same with Lena Dunham if you watch old episodes of Girls and you're like, she's a normal sized human being. Like, why?
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
It shows how things change.
Yeah.
In a good way. Anyways, I'm really loving it.
Great.
And Sally Draper. What's her name?
Yeah.
Kiernan Shipwreck. She's so cute when she's little.
Good.
She's so sweet.
She's really good.
So anyways, those are the two things I'm watching. What, you watched a movie? Melissa watched a movie?
I watched a movie. Well, I was reading this book called No Exit. It was like it was on a list of like great thrillers. And I was like halfway through the book and I'm like, this is pretty good. And then I remembered, I'm like, oh wait, this was made into a movie like a few years ago that I wanted to watch. So I'm like, no, I'm going to watch the movie. Why not? It's so bad. It's so bad. The movie is
I watched. I
bad.
think I watched part of this.
It has one of the actors in it is the guy who does the Allstate commercials.
Yeah.
And it's his voice. Yeah. And I can't, anytime he speaks, I'm like, you're the Allstate guy. You're the Allstate guy. He's a fine actor, but I'm like, I can't. But like, It was.
I can't remember the premise, but does everyone in this movie have a secret? Kind of.
Most people, yes. It's this woman who's driving home in a storm, and she gets stuck. She's in this like visitor center. There's like a group of people who are like snowed in, and they have to stay there. And then something happens. She like finds that there's a kidnapped girl in one of the cars outside.
Right.
Yeah.
I have seen this. I hardly remember it other than it being bad.
And I'm like, God damn it, I should have finished the book. I'm sure the book was better. But I watched the movie. I know what happened. Oh, wow, this is bad.
And like, spoiler alert, like go forward like 20 seconds. But like, does everyone die? Like, except like her or something? Like, I just like, there's like a shootout. Like everyone shoots each other.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I like vaguely remember parts of this movie.
And I was like, really? This is stupid.
Yeah. I hate when a movie's a dud like that.
Yeah. That's the only movie. Oh, I watched some of the new Beverly Hills Cop movie.
I heard that's a dud too.
No
I'm
bueno.
not really like an Eddie Murphy person.
No bueno.
Yeah.
Yikes.
What books have you read?
Well, you didn't watch Station 11, the television show?
I did not.
So the author of that book, Emily St. John Mandel, she has written a few other books that I read. 2 of them, Sea of Tranquility and The Glass Hotel. Ooh. They're very good. And they're being made into TV shows.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. But they're good. But Station 11 is like on lists. I haven't actually read it. I watched the show. But it's on lists of like the greatest book of like the past century.
Yeah, everyone loves Station 11.
It's so good.
If I read, I would do that.
It's so good.
All right, guys. Well, that is it for this week. Let us know if you have any news that you want us to cover. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And that's all, folks. Bye.
Bimbo News. Bimbo News. Bimbo News. Bimbo News. All the news you can handle. Bimbo News. So tune in to this channel. Bimbo News. Everything you want to know about recent news and TV shows. Bimbo News.
Powered by Acast.